Hey y'all. Hi. Let me fix my camera a little bit. I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a hand spinner's book. I guess it's a journal. It's more like a I can't really think of the right word that I want for it. It's like a history. I'm looking for my lighter. It's like a, what is that called? Where you document things and you look back to see how you did stuff, and yeah, that's what this is all about. It's like, where did I get my fiber? Did I like the way I dyed it? What would I do different? Okay, we're just gonna light it once because it's being a pain. Okay, we're just gonna light this candle today to enjoy the flame, and hopefully it will help me sustain some balance. If you live in the United States, you know, I mean, there's nobody that doesn't know that things are in an upheaval right now, and it really is taking a lot of effort to stay centered and not freak out. So I hope the flame will help me do that. All right. I have bits over here, fabric and paper. I have my punch board and those pockets. I have my idea for my cover in my brain, but I have to find somebody to help me implement it. This is what I have done so far. This side is just sewn in. If there's no, none of the specimen pockets or anything are in. This will probably go away at some point and be more like that. But I want to wait till I get the cover done. So, because I might just push it all over this way. I'm not sure. But I do like this paper. And I think I could tell you where that's from. Pink Monarch Prints, I think. Pretty sure. I had a file and that was what was in it. This is a second signature, or third, however you want to think about it. This is the one that I was going to put here, but number one, I don't think it will lay flat, and I think it's going to be important for this to lay flat. If I put it there, then we have this situation, and I don't care for that. So I thought about doing it this way. This would be very unique, and I think I would like it fine. You would do this way, this way, this way, this way. But I think that's a little much. So I think I've just decided I'm gonna glue it right here. Now, I'm gonna glue this to this. This signature I've actually sewn on my machine. And I think that'll work fine. I think it'll work fine. This book actually has helped me, not helped me, but it's turning out that I'm able to use a little bit of the grunge that I love, while also keeping it a little tailored. It's not really dark. The papers and things are light, and I don't want to call it shabby chic, but it is kind of leaning that way. That is so slow, and I need so much of it. I'm going to see if this one will work better. Where you at? What's up? Oh, well, fine then. One of these days, I know I'm going to have a horrific accident doing silly things like that, but I don't always use the tools as they're intended. Drives my husband nuts. I've talked to you guys about that. And I know Tammy says she's just like that. I mean, I use butter knives for hammers. I use buckets for step ladders. There goes the nails. Jiminy Christmas. The other glue's gonna be dry. Oh, that's so much better. And I thought about putting a little piece of fabric. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I will. That's a good idea. Oh my gads. It drizzled. Whew. Let's get that away from the flame. Whew, man. Oh, that's strong. That bottle's been in there for a while. So, I'm barely going to put any on. I mean, just so that it peeks out. For really no reason. Let's see, I'm going to need a little more because it's got to cover it right here. This edging that I'm using, I have a little bit left. It's from, I always call them Simi and Susan. I've done that for years, but their names are Jimmy and Susan. Dear friends of mine, for a long, long, long time, almost as long as I've known Tracy, almost. And they had an upholstery business in Pocatello for years, very long time. And they closed down their business and partially retired, and they, okay, just barely, whew, had a lot of closeout upholstery fabric. Okay, I'm okay here, I think. Am I or not? Yeah, right there. And it does peek out just a little bit. This book is not going to have like a bunch of ephemera and cute cards and stuff. I mean, it might have some, but not to the degree that you might. Where did I? That you would have in a regular junk journal. It's more serious than that, I guess. What the heck? Where is the beginning here? I see, I got glue overload here. Okay, come back to me. Okay. What do I have that I can, where's my, I know, I'm talking to myself, sorry guys. Kind of thinking on the fly here. I gotta have something to clean up the glue. One page is bigger than the other, so it's still a little, I wouldn't call it grunge. What would I call it? Raggedy maybe? Oh, there's no moving that. That's just not gonna happen. So this I will put some fabric or lace or something on. Okay, let's deal with this. So I've played with this book over the weekend some, and it's a fun book. I don't know, it still has me perplexed a little bit about some things. I'll feel better when I can talk to this guy about my cover. I don't remember if I told you guys the idea I have for the cover. Okay, I'm gonna have to put something on that. I got to wash some wool. I should have brought it upstairs. It's out in the garage drying. And I'm trying desperately to beat Doug into submission so he will just go shopping with me and get a she shed. I miss my she shed at my other house so bad. Let's see. Yeah, this is sewn. Okay, that's a pocket. Oh, yuck. It looks like I'm going to have to put something on there right now because yeah, I can't get it unstuck. So let's see what we've got here. I don't think this is wide enough. Nope. Or long enough, or anything else enough. Let's see. I watched videos over the weekend. Oh, what did I watch? Oh, Tammy Vanentorp had a really cool Happy Mail. The people that her neighbors that she watched their house. She's been staying at their house. Still trying to put content out on her channel. God bless you, girl. Because that's a lot. Yeah, she was over at their house. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that, but I'm kind of over it. Must be time to clean them or something. And they came back from Japan and brought her the most awesome gifts. Very cool. You know, I just wiped all that off. But whatever. Whatever. What are we doing here? I'm saving all the straggling string because I have a little something in mind, but man, keeping it on my desk is getting to be a challenge. Yeah, I'm liking the little the discrepancies. I think that makes a book interesting. You know, different than just, it's all, you know, I don't know. I like things tailored and matching and stuff, but I also like unique. Different, you know. So I may go ahead and put pocket on here. I don't know if I'm going to cut these off. I have another one here because I'm thinking I might want charms hung from there. Have you guys seen this? I did make a little card. I wanted to do these corners. Tried not to make it too grungy. It is kind of grungy, but... And I want a tab. Oh, can't do that one. I want a tab at the top, but I'm going to wait because it'll only stick out that much unless I make it go over. So we're going to see. But now that this signature is committed, let's see if it works. Yes. So I don't know if these are going to show. I may take some more of this fabric and just cover this all. And then it'll be 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. Depends on what I get to do for the cover. So let's look at purposing the book. You know, making it an actual place. Yeah, that would work great. Now, I thought too, oh my cats. Oh. If I were to tear this off, this is upside down, but put a piece of white paper behind it, I wonder if you would be able to see it. See, it's clear, so you would be able to see. But it wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to write on it. So a specimen card that says like fiber, dates, you wouldn't be able to do that. So maybe I'm overthinking that. Did I make tabs? Did I make extra tabs? That's a maybe. I'm going to make cards with index cards, I think, if I can figure out my printer. And print on them and just stash them so they poke out. So whoever gets this book, if I don't sell it, then I'll donate it to, I think. I'd like to keep it, but we'll see, we'll see. I'd like to keep it. I'd like to do everything with it, actually. So that's nice, isn't it? What about this side? Oh, that's cute. And then a card could go right here, or maybe I'll leave this here unglued and put the card here and then put that kind of on them both. I think I like that idea. Okay, so that page is potentially gone. Done. And then I will tear this off at some point. I had thought about putting garment hooks here to attach fiber to. So that's a lot of these things I'm just hanging on to them because I haven't really convinced myself. This is a really good journaling page. So I think I'm going to leave it as that. I have actually a journaling page right here. So maybe I'll cut that up. And put it in. Man, did we get fun entries for the spring giveaway. Gee, that was fun. I hope you all have gone over to Stacy Graves' channel, and it's Stacy Graves Crafts. Is it Crafts or Crafty? I can't remember now, but I hope you go over there and show her some love. Of course, subscribe. Tell her I sent you. She's the one that sent the bunnies, those darling bunnies. The crochet gals in my guild here are doing crocheted critters. There's just no way I could do it. Stacy, I know you said there's lots of YouTube channels, but no, it's not going to happen. I can't follow a pattern. If somebody told me my life depended on it, I'd say, take me now. I've tried, and it's just not fun. In fact, I went to Saturday morning, I went to the embroidery group that we have at the coffee shop, and there was a gal there. She had her iPad and a portable, a Bluetooth keyboard, and some papers, and oh, what else? I guess just her crochet stuff. And she kept fiddling around and reading this, and then she was taking stitches out. And one of the other gals, who is a crocheter, quilter, crocheter, kind of all of it, said, what are you doing? What's the problem? And she said, oh, I think they messed up the pattern. I've tried to make this, I don't know what it was, some kind of a star or something. And it's just not working out. I've done it a bunch of times. She said, well, did you try to contact the maker of the pattern? And she said, oh, yeah, I did a long time ago, and they never got back with me. And so they looked at it for a bit, and so I leaned over. She was sitting kind of right next to me, and I leaned over and said, what are you making? And she said, I'm making this square, and it had all kinds of holes and swirls and stuff. And I said, well, it's beautiful. And I said, well, and then what? What are you making the square for? And she said, a blouse, a shirt, a long-sleeved sweater-type shirt. And she showed me, oh, gosh, it was gorgeous. But when I looked at the level of frustration she was having with this tiny little area, I said, girl, there is no way, no way. You wouldn't catch me doing that at all. That's a math brain. God bless you, because the sweater was beautiful. It kind of reminded me of granny squares, except prettier. But they had all this, they were big squares, and they had lots of flower things in them, and, pretty, really pretty, but not for me, no. But there are women that are making these little plush animals, and I think they've moved on to dragons, if I remember correctly. I've hopefully left lots of room, because this book should have it should have a lot of fiber in it, and that is thick. So I'm hoping I've left enough space so that, I better check this, by the way. Where are you? Yeah, this is a cool book. And it's pretty long. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty long. So it's 24 inches, 25 inches long. And it lays flat. I love that. I love that. Okay, now this one, oh no, this will have a card up here. This one I'm not sure about. Thought about using this. I think this is from Angela. I mean, how fun would that be? To just put things in, you know? Maybe this big. And then a card up here, maybe. I hate to ruin this really cool wine thing, but I think I'm gonna. So Doug got, he replaced the floor on one of our trailers that we use to haul the four-wheelers. I'm so glad because they were breaking. He cranks the four-wheelers down so for transport, and it's a bumpy road, and so, you know, over time that wood was getting old. So he worked on that yesterday. It was nice here. Really nice. Today's supposed to be 69, but we're supposed to get Robin's rain. Robin said it was a wet one where she's at, so I would imagine that's the storm we're going to get. Pretty bland. That paper would look really pretty there. I don't have any more of that. I do think I'll glue this down though. What else? What else? I watched Treasure Books while I was fiddle farting around up down here, and I forgot her name. Forgot her name. Anyway, I think it was an old video, and she was doing 100 and some odd ways to use your book to take the text pages out and use them. And she did everything from pockets to jewelry for your journals. It was a really fun video. Stacy had a really cool video too. Can I remember what it was? Probably not. Oh, it was a card. I hope I'm right. Pretty sure that I'm right. She did a card using die cuts and stamps, which I'm here for it. she stamped a picture that had flowers in it, but instead of using the flowers from the stamp, she used, I like that, it looks like it's sewn on there. She used the die cut flowers. It was pretty cool. Let's see if there's something we can't decorate this with, because that is really, that is so boring. Oh, geez, I love those. Oh, can't forget the words. I do not know how you guys keep everything so organized, and these are cool. See, it's stuff like this that I was thinking maybe I might hang. I'll leave that out to remind me. I would only get one flower. Not even that, really. Just about right there. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. Not wide enough. That's pretty. What if we did that? I was saving it for pages, but I don't need it for that. So let's cut it up. These pages are from Simple Stories, 2021. Simple Vintage Weathered Garden. And they are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, I didn't set a timer. Bummer. I'd like the stitching to show a little bit. And are we right on that? We are. So I gotta go down. So the stitching's not gonna show at all. Okay. Oh yeah, there we, what happened there? Yeah, that's nice. Yesterday, I woke up and had tons of energy, finally, and I got so much done. I got laundry done, I got a fleece opened up in the garage and pulled some of that out and got it started. I cleaned the fridge a little bit. I made some barbecue sauce for, should sew that, but do I really want to sew it? I don't think so. Yeah, got the steaks marinating. What else did I do? Oh, I made Doug some dip for the week. Chopped up veggies for him so he'd have stuff to eat. Basically, I cleaned and organized, but it was really nice to be able to do that because I haven't had the energy lately. Tina, how is Zoe? That's just cute right there. I don't care who you are. Yeah, should have sewed it. Oh well. Maybe I'll put some faux stitching on there. Let's look at this. This is something I got out of one of the kits that Shannon was selling from Mixed Media, Minnesota. Perfection is overrated. I like that. Whoops. That is cute. There's a lot of hand spinners that I know and love who are perfectionists. And they spin beautiful yarn. That's not going to stick. However, I tend to gravitate towards people who love the chunky, artistic, organic style. That matches very well. Why are you not going down? Doug cut some more trees. It's just breaking our heart to cut these trees. They're the pinyon pines, and they're like, I don't know, they're probably 200 years old. I mean, they don't grow fast at all. They take a long time to grow. We'll never see the replacement in our lifetime. But they're so bent over. It's such a fire hazard. That's great. Not sure. This doesn't bother me, but this does. I'm not sure what it needs. Let's just get everything out and scatter it all over. These are gorgeous. I love them. Oh, that would be pretty there. I don't want to get too much. I like that. Robin, is this from you? Oh, that would look so cute on that paper. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that for an idea. I just pulled out a bunch of stuff from the Monarch prints, so I wanted to kind of see if they would work. No, that's not going to happen. That's a not happener. What about this green? I don't get enough of the flower. So that's not going to happen either. Let's look at... You know how when you print off digitals and then you forget that you printed off digitals? Well, I think I deserve the award for that because that's what I do. I print them off, I use what I want, and that's the last time I ever see them. That is ridiculous. These are pink Monarch prints. That's beautiful. I think that's, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know. Oh, these are gorgeous. Let's see, that's green. So something... It's got to be a smaller print. That's not going to work. Bummer. Dang it. These are just too big. They're made for a whole page, and that's less than a whole page, so that won't work. And I have a ton of prints in her. Let's see. Ooh, what about Artie Mays? Look at that. Oh my gads, look at that. Oh, this would be gorgeous. Any of it. Let's see. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Now there's a pretty green. I don't know if it's showing up on my phone as pretty as it is. This is Art Nouveau, I think. But it's her kit. Or kits, but I think this is one kit. Yeah, William Morris, that's what it is. Let's look and see if this will work. So it would be this way. Let's cut it and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's gonna start falling off the side of my desk. So I like this right here, just to start with. This is like crafting, traveling down the road or something. I mean, nothing's flat, nothing's put away, flying by the seat of our pants. Now, I kind of feel like I'm covering up paper with paper. Well, I don't think I like that idea after all. Nope, nope, nope. I think what I'm going to do is because this has a pocket on that side, I think I'm just going to kind of decorate this up and maybe create like a little frame and put a card in there. Maybe, should I put a specimen card? When was the last specimen card? Oh, yeah, well, good. Uh-oh. 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 Well, I think we're going to glue this to the it went right through, can you see? And I could tear it off. Might have to tear it off to glue it on there. Ah, shoot. Okay, well, we're doing it because that's what's going to happen. That makes it a lot more sturdy anyway. So whatever. I like that. Yeah, it's okay. And I rounded all these edges. Did you see that? So what about this one? Should I go ahead and glue it to there? Maybe so, huh? Okay, I will then. Fine. Solves the problem of what to do with this half page. probably have the same problem too. This is going to glue onto that. So I need to leave something there so it doesn't get ruined. That'll be pretty if it shows through. Okay. And if I don't like this, because I can see my glue marks, then I'll put a piece of paper here. And this is a pocket. I'm not sure what for, but I was thinking I'd stencil on that. And this goes to this. I'm not covering this. I want to say this is Angela. I think it's a freebie that I got. I don't even know. That's awful plain. Yeah, this is sticky. This is plain. It's about time for a pocket. That is too big. I don't want to run out of these medium-sized ones and have them all at the front of the book. So I'm going to use these for business cards. How many do I have? 1, 2, at least 3, 4. That's quite a bit, actually. Yeah, this is a really good place because there's a journaling spot right across. So let's maybe put 2 here. This would be a really good spot for that paper. Where'd I put it? Where'd you go? Yeah, that would match nicely. Where is all my stuff? We were talking about when we're going to go to the cabin and reaching out, seeing, looks like somebody's been up there burning all, fallen trees and scrap wood and stuff. So Doug was going to text him and ask him how the road is. I might stay here and just play with you guys. Oh, I just looked up. Somebody, I don't know who this is. Wow, what a cool journal. Let me see who it is. Treasure Books. What to do with old large books. Book covers. What to do with old large book covers. Wow, she's got some cool stuff on there. Okay, so let's cut it. I want to see the edge if I can. So we'll cut it right here. And let's take that white off too. Oh, I'm just going to cut it with scissors. Oh, geez, look what I did. Okay. Slow down, take your time. There we go. Sometime today, I need to work on my deck and walk. I got my 10 or my 5 card draw done on my tarot cards, but I want to study the cards and see, so what does that mean? This deck and walk is pretty fun. It's a year-long process where each 30 days, not necessarily a month, but each 30 days is broken up into decans. There's 3 decans per 30 days, so they're 10 days each. And during that time, you study where the planets are? No. How your birth chart relates to the planets. And tarot cards. And numerology. Oh, yeah, I like that. These are complimentary. Nice job. This is pretty typical how I will put a book together. This book, I'm not sure how to say it. This book, I'm loving making it. I like a lot of the designs that I've thought of and a lot of the things that are going in the book. But it's not a fun book like a garden book or a sewing book or anything, you know, like that. Which kind of bums me out because I really thought it was going to be. Oh, almost forgot. Tammy and I are working on a project that we're going to kick off May 1st, and it'll be an open hashtag. And now I forgot what the hashtag is. But we are going to be altering composition books. So, if you have some composition books in your stash, or go to the dollar store and buy one, or 2, because it's addicting, and you've always wanted to do it, let's do it. Let's all do it together. I'd like to do a couple of lives during the process, and talk about ideas and, I don't know, whatever. I don't care if we talk about books. If Tammy's up to that, and I think she is. We're all really happy that Tammy's back. She's back. Not going grunge. I'm not going grunge. I'm not going grunge. I'm just, what am I doing? I don't know. Making it more interesting? I don't know. Oh, geez. That's boring. I don't know how long I've been here. My gosh, I could be here all day, y'all. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, but maybe I will put something on it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. All right. I'm going to stop this video for you guys because I feel like I'm probably at the hour mark or 50 minutes or something like that. I can feel it. I would love your feedback about the book so far. Any ideas that you have, throw them out there. You're not going to offend me. All information is welcome, so jump in. And if you haven't entered the spring giveaway, I've got tons of videos about it. Just did 2 videos this last weekend, so check that out. I'm not going to draw the prizes. There's 2 prizes, and I'm not going to draw till mid-April. So there's still time if you get on it. Let's all take care of each other, y'all. Bye.